All right, what's going on, guys? Took 3 trades today, 2 dubs and 1 L. 3 1-to-1 RR trades. I'm going to go talk a little bit more about why I took all 1-to-1s today. Most of them were about between 30 and 35.1-to-1s. So that means we took a dub here and then L here. We are break even. Then we took a dub here, putting us up about 35 points on the day. So that's great. Nice little W day. Also, I didn't want to keep trading after this because it already felt like I had taken more than enough trades, but I will show you 2 entries over here that I would have taken a short right here that would have hit TP, and I also would have taken a short right here that would have just now hit TP. We will go over those more in depth in a little bit, just very shortly, but first we're going to replay back over to market open. That is not market open. Market open is going to be right there. And as always, we will mark it out with our trusty friend, the red dotted vertical line. Go out onto the 5 minutes. 2 zones I had drawn out were... Let me get rid of these just so that you guys can see better. But 2 zones that I had drawn out was this high right here, as well as this news high. So that level right here, you can see also if we zoom out, pretty good amount of imbalance right there to play longs out of. And then also I had this low all the way down here marked out on the 5 minute. However, you can see that we never ended up coming above or below either of those levels. So what did I do? I ended up marking out intraday levels on the, what is it called? The 2 minute time frame. Oh, sorry. On the 5 minute, I also had this level drawn out as well right here. So now let's go back down onto the 1 minute time frame and just play market. Going into market open, Hikinashi was green, so I did have kind of a more of a bullish bias. But anyway, we just start dumping right off of rip. We instantly respect this level. Could have taken longs out of that if you wanted to, but I wasn't totally sold on it yet since 5 minute Hikinashi was still red at that current point, as you can see. First 5 minutes into market open. Also, we kind of were just ranging, as you can see, look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So I wasn't really fully sold on either side. Anyway, we tap into this zone, reject out of it, and we start to show a lot of momentum to the downside. Right here on this candle, I actually entered some shorts. I was anticipating this is after 5 minute, so you can see right on this candle, 5 minute Hikinashi flipped red after rejecting strongly out of that zone, which we had rejected on the higher time frame here as well as over here. So the reason that I was willing to take shorts rejecting out of this zone rather than not, and I didn't take longs rejecting out of this zone, is because this was just a higher time frame zone and it was just a lot stronger in my opinion. So we ended up taking a short entry right there, targeting the bottom of that zone or the bottom right here, and then I had my SL just above this previous height right here, so that's a 32.1-to-1, literally perfectly. Came super close to being stopped out, but then this thing came down and ended up hitting TP. One thing I do think I'm going to do is start running 2-to-1s. Now, the reason I ran the 1-to-1 today is just because this is like kind of still a new way of trading that I'm kind of testing out. Like, it's still literally the same exact thing like I said yesterday. I'm still taking a lot of the values of price action and stuff that I explained in my strategy video a couple days ago, or last week whenever I made that video, but I'm still like, you know, keeping all of those things in mind, but I'm also trying to find more entries. So right here, I'm playing with the trend after we rejected out of our zone, targeting this low right here. But also the thing is, what I think I'm going to start doing is just continue ripping a 2-to-1 or even a 1.5-to-1. I feel like a 1.5-to-1 is pretty good. So if we were to run a 1.5-to-1 or even a 2.1 or even a 2-to-1 RR, sorry, that would have hit. So if I was at 2-to-1, that would have hit. But I think I'm just going to start doing 1.5 because 1.5 is, 1.5-to-1. It's a pretty good RR. Or maybe I'll just do 2 because both of these trades that I hit, this one and this one, both they hit TP, which is a 1-to-1, but if I had them at a 2-to-1, they also both would have ended up hitting. So I might end up doing that. And then also this trade that I talked about earlier in the video, that I said I would have taken, but I already took 3 trades on the day, also would have hit TP if I was to had made it a 2-to-1 RR. So I might just start ripping the 2-to-1. I think I'm just going to try out the 1.5 just to play it safe for a little bit, and then Like, say for the rest of the week, I forward test and all of my trades come out to dubs. If they were 2-to-1s, then I'll start ripping the 2-to-1 more again. So anyway, we come back pretty much down into this area, reject out of it. Now, right as we broke back above this high right here, also we broke structure on the 2-minute on that candle right there, is when I was super sold on longs. Also 5-minute Hikinashi flipped back green, as you can see right here on this candle. So now I had a long bias. Now, I wanted to take longs at the close of this candle right here, and I would have had a 34 point SL right below that previous low, and that would have hit. Reason that I didn't, to be honest, I don't really know. I kind of just got scared and I didn't pull the trigger on it, to be completely honest. So whatever. Missed that entry. Not really a big deal. Ended up kind of chasing it with this one. Got a little bit of a pullback. This bottom wick was enough to sell me that, you know, we were going to continue up and try to possibly take out this high right here. Ended up pretty much getting stopped out instantly on that one, so that put me at break even on the day. Now we just continue dumping down. This is when I am sold back, you know, my bias is back in shorts because we came back up into this area of these highs and rejected out of it. 5-minute Hikinashi right here on the right-hand side, once again, flips red on this candle right here. I now have a short bias. Big momentum candle right there. And we're kind of just ranging all day. I'm noticing, okay, we went up, down, all the way back up. Now I'm thinking maybe we're going to come all the way back down. That's exactly what happened. Anyway, it got filled right there. We were in a little bit of drawdown. Literally, that is the most textbook bear flag I have ever seen in my entire life. Ended up hitting TP. And once again, if I was to do a 1.5 RR on this one, that would have hit. If I was to do a 2-to-1 RR on this one, that also would have hit right there. So I might start running the 2-to-1 RR again. I just like the 1-to-1s. I like to be in and out of trades fast, so this trade would have taken twice as long, but I also would have made twice the amount of money and also would have canceled out this trade. Like, say both of these were 2-to-1s, right? I would have taken if both of these were 2-to-1s, right, that would have meant that, say I would have made 400 here, lost 200 here, and then made 400 here. So I would have been up 600 on the day per account, as opposed to being up 200, then down 200, so back to break even, and then up 200 per account, which is what I ended the day on, just over $200 per account. So, I mean, whatever. I'm not complaining. $200 on a 50K account, that's like still valid, but it's like if I did play the 2-to-1, I would have been up 600, which obviously is 3 times as much. So just making your RR just a 2-to-1, and both of them would have hit. But anyway, whatever, nothing I can do about it now, but just take that data and move on with it. So next short entry that I would have liked to take, I believe would have been, okay, so we rejected off of this, and then we came back into this level right here that I had drawn out. And look how well we respected. Boom, right here at the rejection of this zone after we respected this level yet again. I would have liked to take shorts there. Would have had my stop right above that previous high, so that would be a 33-point SL. If we ran the 1-to-1, 33 points to 33 points, that would have got hit right there. Also, let's see if I ran the 2-to-1. I feel like I want to say it got hit. This is like right now. If we ran the 2-to-1, yeah, look at that. That would have got hit as well. And then this brings us now into actual, today. So that just goes to show I had, only reason I didn't take this trade was because I didn't want to take more than 3 trades in a day. At that point, I would have just felt like I was over trading. So after this trade, I just closed out my charts. But it kind of just goes to show, let's say that every single one of these, I set up the 2-to-1, 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 2-to-1. So you can see the 3 trades. So these are the 2 trades I actually took. This is just a forward test that I took, and obviously it hit, but I probably would have taken a 1-to-1 if I was to take it. But if I took all 4 of these trades and had them as a 2-to-1, so this is just like great testing. And when you guys go back into your like recap for the day and look back on your trades, this is the kind of things that you need to be noticing. I noticed that today I had a 100% win rate if I put all of these trades at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. As a matter of fact, if I put all of these trades to a 2.5 risk to reward ratio, they all would have hit. Now, 2.5 is a bit much is a bit much for me personally, so I will probably just stick to the 2-to-1. But if I was to take all three of these trades and this one loss at a 2.5 RR, I would be up huge on the day, absolutely huge. Even if I just didn't take this trade, like I explained earlier, say I ran both of these at a 2.5. So this just tells me that going forward, okay, I pretty much tested out 1, 2, 3, I guess 4 trades you could say today. And this is what's called forward testing. So forward testing is the opposite of back testing. When you're forward testing, it's pretty much analyzing your data from the actual live market. And even like that trade right there that I showed you guys, right there, that pretty much is a forward test. I didn't actually execute this trade on any of my actual Trade-Evade accounts, but I saw the setup, and it's a trade that I would have taken had I not already taken 3 trades prior to it. So that tells me that, I can maybe go forward, look into running a 2-to-1 RR. And say tomorrow I take 3 trades and the same thing happens where I all made them 1-to-1s, but if they were to be a 2-to-1, that they would have hit. Then going forward, my next entries are going to be 2-to-1s because it has been proven to me, time and time again throughout multiple trades, multiple days that works. And that is exactly what forward testing is. It's exactly, you need to be looking back at, how you traded, what you could have done better. So in my case, I think what I could have done better is made my RR better. And one thing that's pretty much just takeaway. You should always be taking away something from a trading day. And I think I did great today, and I stayed disciplined. Didn't want to overtrade, so obviously didn't take that one, like I said. Ended up on the day, only $200 per account, but hey, man, $200 is $200 because think about it, bro. Back in my job, that used to be 2 full days of working. That's like 16 hours of work, and I just made it per account. So that's 3, so I made $600, I guess you could say, because I have 3 live accounts. 200, or but we'll just say $200 in. When did I take this trade? When did I get fully out of this trade? 10:32, so an hour. You just have to put it into perspective. It's like, you're like, I'm on a $50,000 account. Like $200 is nothing. But you have to realize, like, $200 days add up. If you could focus, if you make $200 on Top Step, if you have a Top Step live account and you get 5 consecutive green days of $200 or more, you can take a payout. So you have to understand that it's a marathon. Like there's always going to be more days. I feel like that really helped me was just learning to be patient. Honestly, I would have been perfectly fine with just taking that one trade and getting off. Honestly, I would have been perfectly fine with just taking that one trade and going about the rest of my day. But yeah, guys, just be patient. Green is green. Always remember that. Don't be mad at yourself if you finish up $100 on your account. If you finish up on the day $100 on your account, that's $100 that you didn't have before. Okay, that's just a way that you have to think about it. And yeah, that's all I really got for today. Hope you guys did well as well today, and I will see you tomorrow.